So, hello guys to another book review. Today we're reviewing a little bit of theory, magic theory, The Magic Way by Juan Tamariz. Before we get into it, I want to tell you what I always do, how the book looks like, which is a hardcover book, 267 pages long, and it is a brilliant theory book. Let's dive in. This book tackles a specific subject, which is called the magic way. The magic way is a method of all solutions. And we will get to that in a moment. But first of all, I want to tell you that reading this book is going to help you decide if a trick is worth your attentions, because it's going to help you ask the right questions when you're thinking of performing a trick. Example. What do you always hear from spectators, for example? Before you do a trick, right? Lift up your sleeves. The spectators think of sleeves. Spectators think of gimmicked decks. So you can handle the deck for inspection, right? And have them check it. Shuffle it, because spectators expect some sort of arrangement. They also accept thinking about magnets, right? A lot, and mirrors. Now, if there is no, but in close-up, not as much. However, starting by thinking, what a possible solution to an effect could be, even if it's not the solution, but if it's an obvious solution, the spectator will think that he has figured it out. Let's say that you have the spectator choose a card, and then you tell him what card it is. Now, it could be that all the cards of the deck are the same card. It could be that the deck is marked, right? Those are the obvious solutions. If there is the method might have nothing to do with it. However, if the trick feels like it is, it could be marked, for example, this will be a solution for the spectator, and it will weaken the trick a lot. So sometimes the way to build and do tricks will be strengthened as long as we keep in mind what would be a possible explanation for it. I want to dive deeper. I'll dive deeper, and I will tell you exactly. First of all, let's say that we have a repetitive trick. What do I mean by repetitive? I mean a trick like oil and water, which we are going to do the first phase, then the second phase, and then the climax. An ambitious card, which rises in the top, multiple times. Perhaps an ace assembly, it says disappears one at a time, so we have 3 disappearances. And if you can find, for example, a trick like that, I'm going to show you my ambitious routine in order to make an example. Then you will start thinking a possible solution, and in the next repetition, make this possible solution impossible anymore. And by the 3rd or 4th repetition, you have completely closed all the doors. So there is no explanation for the trick. I'll show you what I mean. So first of all, let's say that I have my sleeves rolled up. I have the deck shuffled by spectator, and I want to do this. I want to take a card, a selected card, and I don't know, put it into the deck. Okay, I snap my fingers, the selected card comes on top. Okay, they might think most likely that I have a second identical card. And so, for that case, we're going to sign it. Now, I also want you to know that I placed it on the back of the deck to put it inside. When this happens, I might think that something right? It's happening here on the back where they cannot see. We are going to first tackle the most obvious one, which is I have a second jack. This is the most obvious solution. Now that it's signed, I will put it back in the deck and I'll snap my fingers and the jack will come to the top. What would be now another possible solution? Maybe I didn't really put it in, right? The deck is shuffled, the selection was free, the deck was examined, my sleeves are rolled up, right? So what's left? I'm not putting it in. So in my next attempt, I'm going to put the jack into the deck. And this is a good opportunity to show that the jack is actually in the middle with the signature, in the middle of the deck. And to make this more of a challenge, I'm going to bury the card into the deck. Now we have killed every possible solution so far. The jack is still on top. What can they possibly think now? What can you possibly think as a solution? I know I'm addressing a magician right now, so you probably know what I'm doing. But think about the spectator. What would be the possible solution when we reach that point? Trick deck? Here. Check. Is anything wrong with the cards? I see Tommy Wonder do this. When he gets to the third time of something, he's going to give the deck up. It's a nice idea. What I do in my business routine, I like to either give the deck up, but I also like to continue with the card face up. So, and I say that in this case, we can track it. We can actually see what's happening and then continue with the routine. I don't want to do the whole thing. I'm just trying to use it as an example anyway. So that's what I'm trying to say about the method of false solutions. That's what it is. It's basically asking the most obvious questions the spectator will think and try within the next attempt to nullify this solution. Close the door. Okay, so that's what the book is about, this type of theory. It's 262 pages here with multiple examples covering everything. He uses oil and water, he uses ambitious, he uses a coin vanish to explain about that, about the method of false solutions and how spectators will think about each action. So this is a great theory book, really. And I will put it like in my top 5 of theory books. But as theory books go, this is the hardest to read. I mean, theory and Juan, it kind of makes a little bit, you get a little bit of fatigue the way he writes. Regardless though, it's excellent. And now, what I want you to take away from this book, I want you to know that it is a book made for you in order to be able to ascertain whether a trick is good or not. If you actually take the book seriously, though, you take notes and use this theory in repetition effect, it will make repetition effects seem impossible for the spectators. Okay, I mean, okay, this goes for the magicians as well, but the methodology is, because it is known, you have to really strafe through. In any way, we're doing magic for a layman mostly, so it is a perfect book to read in order to create and choose routines that have repetition correctly. Either it's going to be an ace assembly, or it could be coins traveling, from one place to another 4 times. Okay, so these 4 times should negate each one time should negate the previous one. This book will give you, will open your horizons regarding this subject, the method of false solutions, and I think it's a must-have for every magician, regardless if you're a beginner or an expert. It is a must-have, one of the best theory books out there. So that is the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I did a good job explaining this theory, and wish to see you here to my next book review. Take care.